in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes. Must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 56.
To kick off for Kansas City.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Taken in the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Newton now to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Newton on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Panthers 7, Chiefs nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Harrison Butker.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
43-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they'll begin by running the option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
First down, Mahomes. Will find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Harrison.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
On first down, Newton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. This is McCaffrey. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run with McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
22-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. A couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. On the ground, McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's third and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw on third down, Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in for 2 yards one's out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime at Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Brown in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes will find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Looking for the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted this.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
On second and goal, Newton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. He's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
At the 8-yard line, a 5-yard pickup brings up.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
21, Chiefs 20. Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it off, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Chiefs 20.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
At the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Good. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
First carry for Trenton Cannon, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
To McCaffrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards alone. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
To Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
As he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through.